Okay, so we're about 3 weeks away from Palantir's earnings, and I get the question every single day. Stas, are you buying more Palantir? Are you selling? Are you holding? What are you doing? So we're going to break down exactly that, the charts, and what to expect from earnings, what the analysts are saying, price targets, the estimates, everything here, guys. So let's dive into it. Hit the like button, make sure to subscribe, and join my Patreon if you guys want to keep up with my portfolio updates, my trades, investments, and if you want to be a part of my private Discord, it's all linked down below, pinned in the comments, or go to stassurfest.com/Patreon. And now, cheers, take a sip of your coffee. Of course, guys, we're drinking that double espresso, and let's dive into it. So as of right now, there's no doubt Palantir is still in a downtrend, right? We've been in a downtrend all year, and actually at the end of last year, we started to sell off. And again, it's lasted the entire year. We're now at $130 per share, and we're testing the 180 moving average. And again, we're still in a downtrend, but one could argue we're about to break out. Software stocks are too beaten down. Palantir, the sell-off's gotten too overblown. And I am noticing an interesting setup right now that I want to share with you guys. And again, we have to dive into what the analysts are saying, overall the numbers, what to expect. So as of right now, if we zoom in a little bit, we're noticing an inverse head and shoulders on Palantir, right? We can see the left shoulder right here. We have the head right here. You guys see that? And this is the right shoulder that's now starting to form ever since we had this relief rally that, oh, by the way, we called out and we traded it and made money, did we not, right? So ever since that relief rally from 105 to 35, 140 almost it got to, we've now been chopping around, consolidating, forming that right shoulder, and the neckline here has been maintaining. You guys can see here, if I draw this trend line out, you can see the neckline of the inverse head and shoulders is holding, which is a very good sign overall for the bulls. In fact, guys, today we're up 2.5% on Palantir as the entire market is down. That's an even better sign that this could play out. And we're now testing the 180 SMA on this time frame as I'm making this video. You know, if we take out 135, 140, this could really start to break out. And again, we're not there yet. We're still in a downtrend, but if this pattern plays out, we start taking out 135, 140, you can make a serious case. Palantir is not pulling back again in the short term. You know, it's gonna rocket off back to the mid hundreds. You can make that case, and it might do that even before earnings. But in my opinion, especially after earnings, if they're very strong. You know, if earnings crush, if guidance is amazing, Palantir, you can make a great case that it breaks through here, fills this gap to 150.60, right? And that inverse head and shoulders plays out. You can make a serious case that that is going to happen, but we're not there yet. I have to set my alert. I'm going to set my alert at 135, and we have to see that level break before we really start to get any sign of this actually playing out, whether it's before earnings, after earnings. We need to break out of 135 and preferably $140 per share. So you guys know the story last year with Palantir was it got way too frothy, way overvalued, way overbought, and I agree to a certain extent. I mean, the stock went up 10 to 15x in about 12 to 18 months. That is insane. The stock got to 210, 220. I actually trimmed some of my position at 180 at the end of last year, like I've said before on these videos, and I don't regret doing that, but I think now it's gotten too overblown on the other side. You know, we got crazy overblown on the breakout. Yeah, you could argue we got frothy, and now the sell-off is getting a little overblown. Should Palantir have gotten all the way down to 105? Probably not, realistically. Probably not. That's a 50% haircut, which again, I think is a little overblown. So with this drawdown, Palantir is trading at a market cap of $309 billion, and one could argue that it's still overvalued. I'm not going to argue that. I think it's in a better place. It's in a more favorable value. It's at a more favorable valuation. It's not cheap by any means. It's not cheap, but they're not trading at 500 times earnings anymore like they were a year or two ago, right? Now, if we zoom in, their trailing PE is a 142, which, okay, that's still pretty high, but the forward is an 86. Not too bad, not too bad. And looking at the last couple of quarters, they're trading at the lowest forward PE now than we've seen over the last couple of quarters by a long shot. You know, their forward P is an 86. Think about it. A year ago, it was at 250. I mean, come on, guys, 250 forward P. Now it's at 86. Not bad. That's come down. The valuations come down as growth is still very much there. And when it comes to analysts, right, the average analyst price target on the street is $183 a share. If I zoom in, you guys can see that. We're currently at 128. The low 70, right? The high is 255. So the high has Palantir doubling from here over the next 12 months. That is very bullish. I don't think that's going to happen, but could it go back towards the mid-high hundreds over the next 12 months? Yes, I think that is more reasonable. And now, as of July, we have 19 buy ratings, 1 or 2 strong buys, 10 hold ratings, couple underperform, couple sell ratings, but the majority of analysts still think Palantir is a buy right now, you know, and the highest target on the street is 255. That's from B of A. B of A's got that target with a buy rating. We have Loop Capital at a buy. We have, let's see, Citigroup has a buy rating. Piper Sandler overweight with a 225 price target. Wedbush has an outperform rating with a 230 price target. So a lot of these firms are still quite bullish, and it makes sense when you look at the growth. I mean, guys, Palantir is still growing big time. Look at this coming up here for the quarter they're about to report for, which I think earnings are on the 3rd of August. Let me double check that here, guys. 3rd of August, yeah, after the bell, so early August, about 3 weeks from now, we're going to get their earnings. And just look at these estimates, guys. The average estimate for revenue is $1.81 billion versus last year's $1 billion. We're talking 80% growth year over year. And for the current year, guys, the average estimate is $7.72 billion for revenue on last year's versus last year's number of $4.48 billion. So year over year, they're growing 72%. That's the projection for top line for the entire year. That is insane, right? Crazy growth projected. And again, looking at that 85 forward PE, yeah, you could argue it's still pretty high, but it's come down a lot, and you can justify it more with this type of growth that they're projecting, not only for the upcoming quarter, but for the entire year. And for not revenue, EPS, based on the average estimate here, we're looking at 35 cents from 23 analysts versus last year's 16 cents in EPS. And for the current year, they're looking at $1.48 on average versus last year's 75 cents. So EPS is about to double up for the quarter they're about to report for the entire year. And again, revenue, they're looking at 80% growth for this upcoming quarter and 72% for the current year of 2026. So, man, this stock, it's not cheap. It's not bargain basement value by any means, right? I'm not saying that, but it's due. It's due for a bigger rally. And once software actually sees a rally, not these little relief rallies within the downtrend, these little pops here and there, once software actually gets a legitimate rally, whether that's at the end of this year, early next year, who knows, Palantir is going to go ballistic. it's one of those stocks that if software actually gets a rally, right, the higher beta names are going to outperform, in the sector. And Palantir is one of those. Super high beta. It goes crazy in both directions. I'm telling you, when the sector turns around, Palantir is going to outperform it by a landslide, in my opinion. And it's gonna make a ton of dough for people that hold the stock, but we don't know that for sure, right? We don't know when that's going to happen. This is just my opinion, not financial advice. But yeah, that's kind of where my head's at. And I own the stock long term in my one private account, but I've been trading in and out of it in my trading accounts. And, most recently I bought some at 117 and 109, and I sold out at about 125.6, took the profit. And now I'm reevaluating this trade, especially again if it takes out 135, 140. I think we're going to see some juice heading into the earnings. I could be wrong though. What do you guys think? Follow along for more. Let me know your thoughts in the comments and join my Patreon if you guys want to be a part of my actual portfolio updates, my real-time trades. If you want to be a part of my private Discord, all that's linked down below, pinned in the comments, or go to stocksurfest.com/Patreon. And with that being said, cheers. I'll see you guys in the Patreon or in the next video. Peace out.